hustling daily. I'm in the wild, wild, wild west. I'm in the trenches, nigga. Be safe, boy, God bless. You in the trenches, nigga. Watch your back, watch your mouth, watch your style. Niggas crazy. Niggas hop in, hop out. I'm from the land where they drilling. Come by yourself, then you slipping. You think I lost it, you tripping. Just like your faucet, I'm dripping. I'm from the home of the wire. Watch what I say, never know who got wire. Tell you the truth, I can't deal with no liar. Telephone boy, he can't be my supplier. My shit is gon' go like a mosh pit. Come to your hood and we start shit. Call of Duty, I feel like a target. My hitters, they seek and destroy. I'm on a mission, I gotta deploy. Fuck being happy, money bring me joy. You call them weapons and we call them toys. I call my soldiers and you call them boys. I'm in the wild, wild, wild west. I'm in the trenches, nigga. Be safe, boy, God bless. You in the trenches, nigga. Watch your back.
And place them both in mine. You do.
Welcome, motherfucking back. Welcome back to the #1 show, the #1 talk show in the land. We give you what you need to get when you need it. You know all that good shit. But welcome back to I Can't Say That Productions presents Irresponsibly Correct. And I'm your irresponsibly correct host, Tonyo. And here at Irresponsibly Correct, we talk about all those subjects everybody don't want to talk about. And if you do talk about it, you talk about the confidence and the confidentiality in your home. You really want to talk about it because we live in a real sensitive time and where you really can't talk about something. You get judged about what you want to talk about it. But here with Irresponsibly Correct, trust and believe we're going to talk about that. But before we get started, you already know we got to give the glory, the grace, the honor to God, to Jehovah, to Buddha, to the universe. However you want to identify this energy, identify however you want to, but you got to get an honor to it, because without it, none of this would be possible. And nothing would be possible without my friends and family. My friends, thank you so much, man. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for pushing me. Thank you for elevating your life, and I'm elevating my life. Just thank you for all that good stuff. Because without you, man, like I said, none of this be possible. And my family, the family I was blessed into, man, it's time to heal. It's time to heal, to come together and love each other and just do what we gotta do, man. Thank you so much for my family I was blessed into. Thank you so much for my blessings too, because without you, once again, this would not be possible. And the family that I am manifesting, that I'm working for right now, trust and believe, I'm putting in that good, grimy, nasty, good work that you don't got to. Life gonna bring it what it brings you, but I can elevate my life where as though you don't gotta go through certain trials and tribulations. I can go and pay the road for you right there. So always know that daddy's working. So God get a love out there. And I can't get started without giving love to my brother. Normally he's behind me, but right now he's on my chest today. My brother Derek Shredder, bro. I love you, man. I love you, bro. And everything I'm doing is for you. For you. It's dedicated to you, man. For the legacy. As long as I'm alive, your name will always stay alive. And even as we long gone, I'm long gone, bro. Our name's still gonna pop like that. It's that legacy thing, so you already know. And our sponsor, I Can't Say That Production presents Irresponsibly Correct, sponsored by Donovan Green Photography. He provides weddings and portrait. Check him out on IG at @dgreen_shoots. That's _shoots. And tell him that your boy Tonyo sent you from Irresponsibly Correct, and automatically get that 10% discount. And trust and believe, man, check him out. He's doing wonderful work. He's growing, building his business, and he's doing what he had to do. So Donovan Green Photography sponsoring I Can't Say That Production presents Irresponsibly Correct. But you know, go ahead and get your weed, get your liquor, sipping on that Auburn Miss, Pink Pescado, the pineapple strawberry shit. Go ahead and get your liquor, get your weed, get your blacks, get whatever you need, and let's get into some great conversation, and let's go ahead and get into this. So, something new that we've been doing here at Irresponsibly Correct. We've been adding an early segment called Life Hacks. And Life Hacks is just a life gem that can help you get through life. Pretty much, not trying to complicate too much things. It's just something that you can remember, that you can apply to your life, that can help your life going on. And today's life hack is always remember that grapes must be crushed to make wine. Diamonds form under pressure. Olives are pressed to release oil. And seeds grow in the darkness. Whenever you feel crushed, under pressure, pressed, or in darkness, you're in a powerful place of transformation. Trust the process. Hey, man, the proof is in the pudding. Whenever you want to really learn something about life, even as a human, always go back to nature. Nature can teach you a lot about life. If it's animals, if it's plants, if it's whatever. And like I said, it says it right then and there. Grapes. Everybody love wine. I say I'm sitting here sipping on some wine. How you think this wine was made? You had to crush some grapes. Everybody love diamonds. You know the ladies want the diamonds on their hands, got the diamonds in their ears. How you think that diamond was made? Hella pressure. I ain't really an olive nigga, but we do olive oil. You put the little olive oil in your pan and shit. How you think they get there? That olive gotta get squeezed, my nigga. Plants. I'm smoking on weed right now. Smoking on weed. Other plants that we use in benefit of the night. I mean, our life. You feel me saying? That gotta be. It grows in the darkness. You gotta remember when you feel down or you feel like hope is gone, keep pushing, man. Don't never stop. Don't never stop. Keep pushing. Oh shit, did it again. Don't never stop. Because trust and believe that that's when greatness happens. That's when greatness happens. All hell break loose. Whenever you want to find anything about your life, go back to nature. And nature says that things don't grow in the best circumstances. The best thing that we need in life grows in the worst circumstances. In the worst circumstances. But I'm so happy to be back. Last week I didn't do a show. This is not my first time missing a week. But last week was coming into a time where as though I needed a break. We coming out of my birthday. I was ripping and running, having a little bit of fun, dealing with work, dealing with business. And not to say I was burnt out, but I need to lay the fuck down. And sometimes you got to understand when to lay the fuck down. So last week I wasn't really out there. And also I was dealing with a lot of personal things in my life. You know what I'm saying? So last week I ain't do a show. Which is okay. I'm back here again, which is I'm very excited to come back here and bring a wonderful show to everybody right now. Cause like I'm saying right now, it's not at a big place or it's not where it's exactly where I want it to be, but I know it's not the end where it's going to be. But I also want some people to come back and just look at it and learn something and feel love and be able to go through a journey with me throughout your journey. I'm putting my journey straight on the line. You know what I'm saying? Right on the line. So you know how, if I'm feeling good, if I'm feeling bad, how I'm feeling. I'm putting it straight up and I'm doing how I'm doing. So I hope that one day, today, tomorrow, latest day, I can help somebody get through their journey by following my journey. So in my journey last week, I ain't doing it. I had to lay the fuck down. This past week leading up to this week, once again, it was real difficult times. It was real difficult times for me. This time of year is real difficult times, and things that I'm dealing with making it even more difficult. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in the mindset of making the best out of it. Before I was the main opposer to that, like I didn't really understand what that really meant, but now I truly understand what making the best out of it. And this week, yeah, it could be interpreted as a bad week. It could be interpreted as a bad week, but throughout this week, I made truly the best out of this week. And this week I wasn't going to skip out on. I couldn't do 2 weeks. I ain't doing it on Sunday. I'm going to explain to that later. Right now it's Monday. Normally I record on Sunday, but I'll get back to that. I'm still doing what I got to do. But like I said, this week was kind of tough for me, but I still made the best of this week. Starting off, last week started off with my son's birthday. And I say my son, I explain it. He's not my biological son. He was the son of the young lady, a beautiful woman that I was with in a relationship. It was her son, and I was in his license 10 months. He was turning 8. And I only missed physically one birthday. That was the first birthday because I was in South Carolina at the time. But this was the first birthday that I missed, and it definitely hit home of that what I'm dealing with the divorce and the breakup and all that good stuff. That I'm like, damn, I'm not there. So that definitely hit me. You feel me saying? Hey, birthday, big dog. Hey, birthday, big dog. I love you so much. But that's one thing I was thinking about in the previous week. Like, damn, it's the first birthday that I'm physically not going to be there. And it kind of hit home. It kind of hit home, and it put me in not a position, but put me in a place of feeling down, feeling sad. You know all that good stuff. That's August 2nd. Moving on in the week, on August 4th, 2 years ago, that's when, my brother, Derek, that's when he got killed. So, around this time, it's definitely a hard time. I had that on my mind and just feeling weird, you know what I'm saying? On those days, I think I don't even got out of bed. After my son's birthday, then the next day, I ain't even got out of bed. I just stayed in the bed. The next day, the day that he actually got killed, I think I just stayed in the bed. I ain't get out of the bed. So I stayed in the bed from 12 o'clock on the 3rd and didn't get out of bed till 6 o'clock on the 4th. Just stayed in the bed. You know what I'm saying? That definitely was, definitely a rough time for me. A rough time for me, and just reliving all of that and being there for everybody, because a lot of people feeling it and trying to be there for everybody, but still mourn and deal with that. But over time things will get better. I know things will get better, and that's why I'm working so hard and putting all my dedication to this, so I can make sure his name don't ever die. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure his name don't ever die. But moving on in the week, my brother T Dot had a birthday. He turned 30 for real. So I try to be a good brother and do something for him. So Friday night on his birthday, we took some shrooms and among some other drugs. You know what I'm saying? We went downtown and had a wonderful time. Had a wonderful time and just being outside and going down, that's what's called Fells Point, seeing the motherfucking view of the harbor. It was fun. It was fun. I'm glad that he had enjoyed his 30th birthday. So I'm glad that we did that right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's coming into this week right here. But two things I learned from going out. The first thing is, you need to go out and enjoy life. But it also put in perspective that I want a family. I'd rather have a family on a Saturday night, chill with my family, chill with my wife, chill with my kids on a Saturday night, Friday night, instead of going out. That type of lifestyle is not my lifestyle.
3 dinners with a group of API celebrities, activists.
It's not my lifestyle.
Each person on this table.
I don't like the lifestyle.
API history.
I don't want to be a part of that lifestyle. I'm okay with that. The second thing is, know your surroundings and who you going out with. You can't go out with everybody. Everybody not on the same tip and mindset of you. It was a wonderful night, good night, but it was a crazy night. You know what I'm saying? One of the homeboys who went out there, like I said, we was taking streams amongst other drugs and drinking and smoking and doing all that good stuff. One of the other friends went out there and drove and parked in front of a motherfucking courthouse or whatever it was in front of. You know what I'm saying? So he parked, we get out there, he disappears. This motherfucker just straight goes. I don't know where the fuck this nigga is at. He straight disappears. So we straight go out, do what we gotta do. We finally get this nigga on the phone. And this nigga calls like, yo, my car is gone. I'm like, your car is gone. Everybody thinking he lying. We just drunk. We get to the motherfucking spot, and this nigga is zapping out like my car is gone. So one of my brothers, dumbass, goes up to some dude. Where's your car? I just lost it. Like laughed, just uncontrollable laughter until I realized, like, damn, nigga, my keys and shit is in there. Keys to the van, to the van that I've been talking about, to my house, all that shit. I'm like, damn, my keys is in there. Shit. Long story short, we go chill, and this nigga's having a bad night, so he decides to get into it with 15 motherfuckers. Good thing the motherfucker was level-headed, was trying to have a good time, told us to come get him, we got out of there, but he didn't really have an attitude of that he cared to understand how he put the crew into danger. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I learned, like, yo, I can't go out with everybody not on the same tip. My tip is on legacy. My tip is on family, being there for my family. I want to be there for my family. I don't want to get into dumb shit. I want to create a family. I want to do what I gotta do and understand that I want to make it back. I got a job to do, not just my job as in career, but a job to my contribution to the world. I ain't got time to be no dumb shit. But that was a Friday night. Saturday we had a cook-off for my brother. I got celebrating his life. The anniversary of his death, the week up there. To me, it was kind of depressing a little bit. Not a lot of people showed up. Of course, it's hitting everybody who was close to him. But either way, we had good food. We talked to everybody, had a good time. And, learning from this experience, I'm definitely on my legacy. Even if this show right here, if it's not like, major success right there, but when I'm gone, people can come back and look at what I was talking about and just learn and vibe with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm very big on legacy, very big on family and kids right there, because when you gone, all you're going to really have is your family. That's the only people that's going to ride for you or celebrate your life is your family. So I'm very big on celebrating my family, on building my family and being there for my family. Like I said, the one I was created to, my friends, and the one that I want to create. Like, I really can't wait to create a family, a wife, kids, all that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, my brother didn't have a chance to experience that. I want to experience that for myself, and I want to experience that for him. Because people here can use you and tell you that, I love you, then when you're gone, just move on like it ain't nothing. I ain't saying cry and sob over nobody, but at least come and celebrate this person's life once a year. You know what I'm saying? It was hard. It was very hard. It was very hard being there, you know what I'm saying? Just knowing that it was just really nobody here. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I come to the conclusion, like, when I die, I like to be cremated too. Spread me over the sea. And every year when I die, you ain't gotta do nothing for me but watch these shows right here. Come back, put on YouTube, or whatever it's gonna be when I die, or however it is, or whatever I'm doing, and support what I'm doing so my family can get paid. I don't care. I don't even want a funeral. Spread my ashes over the water. and watch a movie that I created or watch a show that I did, so my people can get paid. So my mom can get paid, my wife, my kids, they can get paid. They ain't gotta do shit for me. That's how I feel about that. You ain't gotta do motherfucking shit for me. But like I said, after the cookout Sunday, I went to Six Flags and I realized that roller coasters and rides, I'm too grown for it. I can't get on no rides, man. That fucking flippy flip and rolly roll and all that other shit. I don't want to get on that shit. I can't do it. I can't do that shit no more. But I enjoy myself. I definitely enjoy myself getting out and just being outside. You know, we outside. I'm glad I was outside. But roller coasters, I'm gonna leave it for the kids. I go again. I get on one or two, but they say roller coaster after roller coaster. If it got too much loops, nah. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. But ending the week off with a double hitter. Like I said, I'm producing another show. This show's gonna definitely drop soon. I definitely can't wait till it drops soon, but it's coming together and I love it. But it's What's the Word from the 410. And it has the cast member of KC, JB, Allie Spice, Lil Leo, and Keys. Keys, you need to get your ass there and do what you gotta do. But like I said, I love this group of people. Actually, I went with Lil Leo to and Keys to Six Flags. JB and Allie Spice and even Keys, we went down to the comedy show with Bill Bellamy that one time. Carl, you the only person I ain't go out with, but no, Carl. Me and Carl did some shrooms this weekend, so I guess we all wrap it up together. But it's all about the camaraderie, and I'm loving this group. We're gonna grow. It gets better each week. We have our ups and downs, like anything. It's the beginning. It's the beginning. But even though that we have raw talent, we always gotta remember that we gotta work at it. Put the work in, and the more we put the work in, the better we'll be. But I'm doing a double hitter today. This is what time is it? 12:35. I had them come in there earlier today, between 7 and 10:30. They did their show. I'm ready to edit on that show. I'm producing that show. But now I'm here on IRRESPONSIBLY Cut right here. And we about to get into what we got to get into. It definitely was a very long week. Definitely was an emotional week for me. But actually, the 2 weeks are very emotional. 2 weeks for me. And just another week about to come into. But either way, you got to keep pushing and keep grinding. Like we said before. Hey, you feel crushed, pressured, in the darkness, that's where things come and be created. So I'm ready to create what I gotta create. I'm ready to do what I gotta do, and we're gonna continue having a wonderful show. But summer is almost coming to an end, and I got about one more weekend or one more night of the summer or just pure partying. Since my birthday, I done had 2 weekends of just straight partying, and I've been trying to recover. That's why I had to sit my ass down for a couple of days. I got one more weekend of just straight partying. Until it's time for balance. Balance. We need balance in my life. In the beginning of this year, it was just straight work. I worked all day with my regular job, and then I came back and worked on the business. Didn't have fun, didn't party. Then I was going through, the breakup and everything I was going through, the move and all that good stuff. So it was just straight work. And then when my birthday hit, straight partying. Comedy shows, going dancing, Six Flags, taking drugs, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Straight partying. So I got about one more party weekend. Straight weekend. You know what I'm saying? Straight one more party weekend. Do it up good for the summer. And after that, it's going to set the tone for the rest of the year. Now it's time to balance out. Then I had the fun. Then party. Then work. I had my time of rest. Now it's time to balance it all out. I want to party hard, but I want to work as hard and then get good rest. Because you got to know when to recuperate. You got to know when to recuperate. You can't just straight party all day. You can't just work all day. You can't just sleep all day. So after this one more time that I got for this summer, the we outside summer, after this one more time, it's just trying to straight balance. Work hard, party hard, and rest hard. One of my legacy on one motherfuckers be like, yo, this nigga was out till like 3 in the morning. Then we had a 7 o'clock a meeting. He crushed the meeting, and then this nigga was asleep. Got up, did it all over again. Still a family man, still a party. And when I say party, just having a good time, having fun. I ain't just saying I was being clubbing, because I ain't really, the club person. I'm not really the club motherfucking person, but I like to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? I would love to have a good time. But it's time to have some type of balance in my life. Type of balance. It's time to balance all this out. Yeah, sometimes it gotta be uneven. I trust and believe. I'm gonna travel. I'm gonna do all that stuff right there. But it's time to put in the work. It's time to work out. Get up in the morning, work out. Go to work, crush that. Just start crushing life. It's just start time to crush life. Sleep. Gotta have some sleep. But also have enjoy this motherfucker. Enjoy this experience. Be in the moment. Understand what a lot of things can be, but still enjoy the moment. But being out these last couple of weeks, and then you know what I do, work, listen to the radio. One thing that's been a topic for me this whole year, and I guess it has to be just a topic period, is this corona shit. Being out, you gotta think about the corona shit, and they talking about that it's another outbreak. I guess when it's hot, we all good. Now it's getting cold. It's gonna be another motherfucking outbreak. I don't get that shit, but we about to see what it is. But one story that really got my attention was the story with the NFL. The NFL talking about, they're gonna do their season. It's all cool, but it's like they trying to push the vaccination on the players. And if a team have a vaccination, or not vaccination, but an outbreak, a corona outbreak, where as though they can't play, they will forfeit the game. And not only will they forfeit the game, both sides of the team won't get paid. I'm like, if I'm on the other side that's good and can play, why I'm not getting paid for this? Because the other team going on there. I understand safety. I talked about it with the NBA and when they had the bubble and all that good stuff. I understand safety and you want to say that, but it's like they pushing too heavy for everybody to get vaccinated. And everything to me is mind controlling. Everybody loves sports. Everybody waiting for sports to come back. And if everybody in sports is getting vaccinated and everybody in entertainment getting vaccinated, the idols that people look up to and listen to, they getting vaccinated. The everyday common person don't get vaccinated. But why is they pushing the vaccination? Another story that I seen a story in New York that if you want to attend outside events in New York, you gotta have your papers of vaccination. I knew it was gonna come down to this. Now trust and believe, I done seen people get their license and their papers for their license or any papers they need on the streets. They're gonna be selling vaccination papers. Watch what I say. They're gonna be selling vaccination papers. But they're pushing the vaccination a little too hard for me. I always say, if they say that you gotta get a vaccination and they just left it alone one time, I probably got a vaccination. And then the explanation of the vaccination don't even make sense. They saying you still can get the vaccination. I mean, you still can get the vaccination, but you still can get corona, but you will go undetected. So I'm gonna get the vaccination, but the only thing the vaccination is doing is not giving me the symptoms of corona. So I can freely get corona, spread corona, but I don't know it. So if I don't get vaccinated, if I get corona, I feel that I get corona. But if I get vaccinated, I don't know. I can't feel it. Why the fuck would I get vaccinated? Why are they pushing to get vaccinated so much? I don't got no conspiracy theory on it, but I just know it don't seem right. Me personally, I'm not getting vaccinated. If anybody got vaccinated, kudos to you. No dispute against you. But me personally, I ain't getting vaccinated. So now I can get sick and not know that I got it. That makes no sense to me. That really makes no sense to me, but that's what they telling us. That's what they telling us. I even see one thing that was like $100 for everybody to get vaccinated. What? Now you about to pay us to get a shot? Nigga, please, what's in that shot? What's that shot about to do? I take my chances not getting a shot. If I survive through the pandemic this long without getting a shot, I'll survive without taking something that's supposed to be the cure.
Building your business online takes effort, and when it's ready for the world to see, that's
Especially if the cure is taking away the symptoms of me even knowing that I got it, I'll take my chances. They definitely implementing wearing a mask more. I'll take my chances with that. I'll wear my mask. Everybody be taking their motherfucking mask off in the stores, outside events. They taking their motherfucking mask on, and now they telling us to put our mask back on. That's fine, me. I was cool. I wasn't trying to take my mask off till 5 years later. And anyway, you feel me? I don't think I was gonna change that. If I'm going to a store, I might as well wear that motherfucking mask indoors. When we went to Six Flags, you didn't have to have a mask on. Unless you went to inside of a building, which was cool with me. I'm like, all right, that's fine. I'm cool with that. So how we gonna do big events? Is life ever gonna go back to how we once knew it? If it's just a mass change back to it, I definitely ain't gonna trust that. Is people really dying from corona? Now, some people probably lost family members that can say yes, but do we really know it's from corona? We don't know. All you can say is the doctor said. Do we really know? What is this? Why was corona here? That's other conversations we done talked about. We done said stuff about that. Why the fuck is corona here? Then they talking about the possibility of another shutdown. Hey, me personally, shut this motherfucker down. I already said last year, I ain't do it right. Shut this motherfucker down again. For one, I'm tired of being in traffic. This traffic is ridiculous. I'm tired of traffic. Shut this shit down. And for two, the money they was throwing out, I'm gonna do this differently. When we come out this motherfucker shut down, they do it again. I can't say the production's gonna be on a whole motherfucking another level. Go ahead and shut this shit down. We need to recuperate and rejuvenate. Everybody needs to sit back and understand where we at and appreciate life again. We just had a year and a half. We might as well top it off with 2 years. Sit down for 2 years. Might as well. What the fuck? Shit, the shit spiking back up. Why not shut this shit down again? I'm with it. I'm the first person to say aye to a shutdown. Just make sure that unemployment coming. Make sure that unemployment is there. But you want to know somebody who would definitely benefit from a shutdown right now? Like, if they motherfucker shut shit down right now, this motherfucker will benefit from it. The motherfucking baby. If anybody know who the baby is, the baby is a well-renowned rapper. He been out for about, 4 or 5 years now. He was named Baby Jesus at one time. But the baby, you feel me saying? He's one of the top rappers out there right now. And about a couple of weeks ago, this motherfucker was at a concert and he said some comments. Now, I was gonna go back because during the podcast, I was told you like a journalist, so you gotta state the facts, which is definitely true. But the shit that this motherfucker said was so stupid, was so dumb. I don't even want to truly fully quote this motherfucker. He definitely said something about people having HIV, having AIDS. I'm not really sure what he said about that. Maybe that was the big thing where he getting canceled, but we all know that's not really his. But he also said a comment that goes along the lines of, he was telling everybody to put their phones in the air. Ladies, put your phone in the air. Then he said something like, if you ain't got HIV or AIDS, put your phone in the air. I don't know why he was saying some stupid shit like that. Then he was like, for the dudes that ain't outside in the parking lot sucking dick, put your phones in the air. And I'm like, wait, what? Why would you? What the fuck is going on? I heard so much jokes about that shit. And was like, yo, what if a nigga was drunk and passed out and put his phone up? I'm like, nigga, if that was my man's, I put his phone up. Nigga, put your motherfucking phone up. You come in the parking lot, it's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers outside looking at you like, oh, I saw you ain't put your phone up. Like, nigga, I don't even care if my phone was there. Anybody got a charger? Somebody got a charger, motherfuckers say put a hey, phone up. But that was one of the dumbest comments that I've heard. Like, and he said it so aggressively. He said it aggressive as a bitch. Like, you ain't sucking dick, put your phone. I'm like, what? Why? Where the fuck that come from? But he been in the news ever since. And everybody, every sponsor, anybody, any concert he had, any gig he had, everybody canceled this nigga. And he ain't getting no love. He ain't getting no love. Just straight shutting him down. Straight shutting him down. And that's the power of the LGBT community. I'm sorry, am I saying it wrong? I did put it in my notes. So look here. Irresponsibly correct. We heard a damn joke from Dave Chappelle, and he called the Alphabet Crew. So I'm just referencing Alphabet Crew. I'm not being disrespectful. That shit was fucking funny. We're going to come back to jokes, but it's just too much letters for me to memorize. To remember. The alphabets. Y'all got the alphabets. But that's the power and the fear of fucking with that community. You can't fuck with that community for no reason. You can't say shit about them. That is off limits. Everybody's canceling the baby. Everybody's taking their money from the baby or having him do whatever he gotta do. Everybody's taking it away. Why? That's one community you just don't fuck with. You just don't talk about. Can't say shit about. I hope this don't one day come back and get me, but I'm gonna talk about this shit. Now, I understand and I have mad love for the community. I understand what they stand for, and I have mad love for the alphabet community. I have mad love. I have mad love how in a short period of time they come together and get major rights passed and moved. How they stick together as a community. You talking about culture? That's a culture, and their culture they stick together for what they believe in. And what they believe in sounds just about what black people have been trying to believe in and get this whole time. To be equal, equality, to have their rights, to be recognized and understood as human beings. And I can say in the last 30 years, it's 2021, It really started in the 90s. It's formative in the 90s of, actually getting rights and all that good stuff. So in the last 30 years, something what black people been fighting for the last, 50, 60 years, they accomplished it in half that time. As a community, hey, I fuck with it and I support that shit. Human beings, you need your rights. I fuck with it. And if you black in that community, especially a black man, yo, I understand and I fuck with your struggle, man. You gotta deal with being black and then also being, gay or being of that community. It's a double hitter, a double strike. I understand the struggle. And with the struggle, I support the struggle, and I support you in your life endeavors. And I hope that you're safe out there and you're blessed out there, and you'll be able to live your life how you want to live your life. I support it all. I'm here for it. I'm not participating in that lifestyle, but I'm all for people living in their truth. I'm all for people doing something that they believe in. I'm also for somebody believing in something and fighting for it and being who of their true things. But in that same sentence, I think a little things be out of line and a little bit over the top. I said it. Some things be out of line and some things be over the top. I'm listening to the radio and they talking about it's a petition out or maybe a bill soon be passed out that the sexual gender of a human being will be off of the birth certificate. It's already out of line that you can go back and change whatever your gender is on the birth certificate. Now they not even going to say what the gender is. Like, yo, how can we change nature? There is a male, a female. However you want to identify yourself, that's on you. However you want to go about your business, on you. But for the overall population, that's just nature. That's in nature, and even animals. There's a male and there's a female. You are either a male or a female. That's just going too far. That's just going too far. To take the gender of, like, that's why I'm like, yo, I need to go ahead and find me a legit woman. I know you're a woman. I need to go ahead and marry her, have some kids, and just settle down. Because this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. The surgery that you can get and everything that you can get with that, this shit is out of sync. And now that before, I'm going to see your birth certificate. Let me see all that shit. Now, shit, nigga, that birth certificate don't mean shit. You gotta hire a personal investigator to understand if a nigga was a male or a female at their birth and how you can go on. This shit is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I also heard Lil Boozy. He was talking about, like, in the next 10 years, it's going to be abnormal to be straight. And I agree with his ass. When I was growing up, the thing, was, I guess, the when you put people out with being gay, being gay was a thing, like, yo, nah, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not normal. This ain't there. In the next 10 years, 20 years, it's gonna be like, nigga, you straight? You only fuck with one sex, nigga? You fuck with the opposite sex? That's it? That's not gonna be normal. And like I said before, when I'm talking about the life hack, you go to nature if you want to learn about life. Yo, dogs fuck everything. All right, cool. You'll see a male dog help another male dog, but you can clearly see a nigga that ain't right. And that's why they know that ain't right. But you don't see that shit in nature. Even in plants. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. Your decision, that's the thing about human beings. You have the ability to create free will. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. And whatever you want to do, that's your decision. And shit, no, anybody can do is support that shit. So I'm not sitting here saying, yo, whatever your decision is wrong. But to try to change nature, that's when I start to say it's wrong. If something is natural and you're saying that it's wrong, I think that's wrong. It's natural. This is natural. Anything in nature says that. Look at plants. You need a male and female plant to get anything. We smoke weed. You need a male, female. You need a female plant and a male plant to come together to create something. I ain't got nothing against it. But once we try to change nature, that's when I'm like, I have a problem. Put the gender on the motherfucking thing. On the birth certificate. And one thing I don't like is how it gets pushed on our kids so much. It's in cartoons, it's in songs, commercials, it's everywhere. Any type of show, it's the number one show. It's gonna have, I don't know, can I say gay? Gay moments. Homosexual moments. Moments for the community. Like I said, once again, I get it. Equal rights. You want to be who you want to be. You want to be accepted and how you want to be accepted. But why can't kids just experience it? Drugs not even pushed like that. Another thing, Lil Boozy said was like, yo, come on, it's kids out here that's trying not to be gay. And then, dang, what's the dude name? The Old Town Road, Lil Nas came out like, yo, if you're thinking about sucking dick, that means it's been on your mind. For grown ass men, yeah, I can say that. You're right. You know what I'm saying? But for these kids, the things that these kids are eating that change their hormones, the things that influence, you think that things that kids see and hear is not influence, and kids are sponge. They're gonna soak up whatever they're gonna soak up there. So that's the forefront. That's what's gonna be on their mind. Give these kids a chance to have their own decision. Let them have their own decision. I just don't like how it's pushed on our kids, yo. Shouldn't be in no cartoons. It should not be in no cartoons. Me personally, I can't say the production. I like to make alphabet community production company. Like if I want to watch football all day, I can go to the NFL Network. So if you want content that have that in it, you can go there as a child. If you want your children to watch that, you can go to that type of Nickelodeon. If you want to watch a movie with that, you can go to that certain channel instead of just making it broad for everybody, because it's not for everybody. Everybody don't want to see that all the time, or even period. There's nothing wrong with it one way or the other. I think you gotta respect both sides of it, but I don't think it has to be pushed on us. They say they want equal rights. They want to be treated like human beings. I have no problem with that. The only problem I have with that theory of you want to be equal is you can't make no jokes on the alphabet community. In stand-up comedy, there's no prisoners. Everybody is a fucking victim. Except for that community. You gotta tread very lightly. If you're black, you're white, you're Chinese, a Christian, Buddha, whatever your religion is, whatever, who you are, comedy takes no prisoners, but you can't joke on them. But you want to be equal. So if you want to be equal, yo, you at least got to equally get joked on. Because we all out here getting joked on. Straight men, straight women, black women, white women, everybody getting joked on. So why can't we joke on the community? Sensitive. Nobody want to talk about it. I'm for the movement. Be who you want to be. Be equal in that at the same time. But take the whole thing of equality. There is no prisoners. We ain't trying to take no prisoners. That's comedy. So opinions. Let niggas have no opinions. Stop pushing on our kids. Let's have some fun. If you want equality, get joked on too. But let me go ahead and hop off this before I get canceled, before I even get started. But on a more serious note, something that we don't always talk about, but I think that at one point in time, everybody as a people faced a time where they had to deal with this. And we're going to talk about depression. Depression is real. Depression is real. Depression, and I think that's what something why I had to sit down last week. You know what I'm saying? Because I probably had some symptoms of depressions. Some triggers triggering me where depression could sink in, and I had to take a step back and take a sit down. You know, I was dealing with, the death, the breakup, and just life in itself. And depression had to settle in. But sometimes we got to ask ourselves, do you know the signs of depression? Do you know the sign of depression for yourself? Do you know the sign of depressions of the loved ones or the people that's in your circle? Can you hear somebody cry out that's crying out for help? Can you see it? Can you hear it? So, before we really get into it, I want to get into the definition of what, Webster says. The definition of depression, what depression really is. So the definition of depression is, it's a common medical illness that negatively affects how you feel, the way you think, how you act. It is treatable, but it causes feelings of sadness and loss of interest of what you once enjoyed. So that's what they tell us depression is. Can you tell the signs of depression? Can you tell when you are depressed? We know all the, the major side effects or the major signs of depression and major traumatic events. If something happens to somebody and they start to act a certain way, you can tell, they're depressed. But can you tell when you just living life? I think definitely in this generation. When I say this generation, I'm just saying in this way of life. It's not just the younger kids; it's the way of life. In generations, it's just everybody living in a type of way. Though this generation is social media. It's the internet. It's mobile phones or phones. Even old people got phones. In this generation of phones and all stuff like that, I think that we deal with depression and can be functional. This generation allows you to go through depression but be functional, but yet still be depressed. But do you understand the signs?
Discover new songs with YouTube Music, a dedicated music streaming service. It's designed to help.
I understand the signs for myself. I know, because like I said, I become a functional depressed person that can be depressed and be still functional. And I notice the signs with myself. I either can't sleep or I sleep all the time. I can't eat and major weight loss. Major weight loss. My drinking, my smoking, all that picks up. Drink overly excessively. As soon as I wake up, I'm drinking, smoking so much. You know what I'm saying? Always sitting in a dark room. Some of my symptoms of depression. In my surroundings. You ever come into my house and you just see it a mess? You can tell my mind's a mess. And even right now, I'm coming out of depression. You see my face right there. My face ain't been like this in a minute. I need a haircut. Need to get my hair retwisted. Some of the signs, I looked in the mirror, I'm like, oh yeah, you are functional depression right now. A functional depression. And the past couple of weeks had major triggers that can put me into depression. my birthday. And like even the definitions, the way you think. I thought of my birthday, my 30s, not having my family, not feeling accomplished, and then going to my 30s, and then after that, my son's birthday, not being there with my son, and right after that, you know what I'm saying, my brother's death and all that shit right there, and then coming back another week after that, it's my wife's birthday or my ex-wife's birthday, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, know your triggers, but know how to handle it, and also know when you are in functional depression. For weeks, I was just going to work, coming back, going to bed, on the weekends partying. That could be a sign of depression. Somebody's partying too much, or working too much, trying not to think about it and or deal with it. Nah, man, you gotta deal with your problems. You have to deal with your problems, but you gotta understand the signs. You gotta understand the signs of people crying out. You have to understand the signs of people crying out. My sister hit me the other day, and at first when I read the message, I ain't take too kind of the message, but I had to step back and understand, like, oh, she's upset, she's mad, but nah, she's hurting. You know what I'm saying? That's a cry out for help. It's a cry out for communications. You got. That's why I also always say you got to understand yourself to understand other people and have other people understand you. If you can understand the different ways that you cry out to people, that you try to get people attention, you can see it. Once you see it, you can attack it and know how to be there. Do you know the signs of depression? Do you know the signs that people give you to know that something is wrong? Can you look yourself and know that, yo, I'm kind of depressed. I'm not really feeling too good. I need some help. If you see those signs of somebody being depressed, know when to give an ear. Know when to lend an ear, because a lot of times people depressed, they just want to talk out how they feel. Because we can self-medicate ourselves. We just got to hear us talk sometimes. A lot of people don't like talking to ourselves. So we got to talk to somebody else or get somebody else's opinion or, just hear our problems out and aloud. You know what I'm saying? But if you see the signs, be there for somebody. And a lot of people saying, somebody come to you with your problems. They can't stand when you give you a scenario of that in your life. I don't agree with that. If somebody comes to me with their problems on a certain situation, I first want to establish to that person that I understand. I understand what they're going through. And how I do that is by giving an example how I went through a similar situation. Not put them, because at first I kind of fucked it up. I kind of made how my situation was worse than theirs, and I understand, and they need to be okay. No, I just I make them understand that, I understand what you're going through, so I'll give you an example of how I went through that, and just leave it at that, and then let you talk. Once you start talking, once somebody understand that you understand where they're coming from, they're able to open up even more. But you can't take over the conversation and just like, oh yeah, I've been through this and that, and then change the whole conversation of even what the person's talking about. Get in, let them know that, I went through that, blah, 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 I'm out. You know what I'm saying? But you got to realize and understand, even to be there. Changing behavior is definitely a symptom of depression. And sometimes you gotta not take things personal and understand, like, oh, this person really probably like going through something. This person probably really needs me. This person hasn't moved from the position they've been. They're in the routine. They're in the days, or they party too much. You gotta be aware of these things, and you can save somebody's life. You can save your own life. And if you that person that's crying out for help, sometimes you just don't got to act up. You just got to say, I need help. Somebody will listen and somebody will be there. Depression is real. Depression is real, and we got to learn how to see it and how to deal with it and not just be functional. I know I've been going through it. I've been personally going through it. I miss my brother. I miss my family. I miss my wife. I miss my son. I'm dealing with personal problems, not personal issues in my own family. But I'm still pushing through. I'm still doing what I gotta do. But when I need to talk, I need to talk. And I'm aware of when I can be depressed. You know what I'm saying? So I know how to be there for other people. All in all, man, depression is real, and it could be cured, it could be helped. Just gotta be there for yourself and be there for other people. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this motherfucker up. You feel what I'm saying? It's time for balance for me. It's time for balance for me, you know. It's time to party hard, work hard, and rest even harder. Time to get out there and do what I gotta do, man. The baby, I ate the baby. I don't know why you said that shit, but hey, yo, bigs up to you. Hope you land back on your feet. I know you gonna land back on your feet and get everything back and be the shine and be the king and emperor that you are, bro. Go ahead and do what you gotta do. Hey, the alphabet community, LGBT community. Hey, yo, listen to me, yo. Some things can go too far. I'm with the sacrifice, not the sacrifice. I'm with the movement. I'm with the representation of what you rolling with and how you rolling with. But if you want equal, that's equal for everything. You want equal rights, that's equal for everything. Hey, jokes out there. Some comments is going to happen. Hey, I understand, and that's why I'm just leaving it there as I understand. And know that depression is real. Understand first what depression is. And understand the different signs that you go through and other people and your loved ones go through. Because depression is real, man. You can save somebody's life just by being there and understanding that. And speaking on that, if you feel yourself being depressed, if you feel yourself being stuck, if you feel yourself being unloved, first off, watch this show. Because I'm giving but nothing but love to you. I'm giving but nothing but gems that can help you out. But dig down inside, man. Once you dig down inside, reach out, man. Go out and love. Go out and laugh. And go be yourself. Because depression is real. And we have to know how to recognize it. We have to know how to identify it and handle it. Excuse me. On this journey, a lot of things can happen. A lot of things can happen. So surround your people that's loving. Surround your people that makes you feel good. Surround your people that vibe good. And always know that whatever you want to do in life, yo, it's in your mind and you can do it. You can manifest it and you can be whoever you want to be. But this is I Can't Say That Productions presents Irresponsibly Correct. And I'm your Irresponsibly Correct host, Tony O. Come back next week, man. Do what you gotta do. We out this motherfucker. You already know. Too smooth, baby.